try to address these things from the get-go.
Exactly,
Being
Anthony.
proactive. So what the hell is our problem as a people? And we talking about Dr. Keith Rowley and Kamala Prasad Bissessa, who have masters and bachelors and all of this that are damn. Come now, man, really?
Yes.
Give me a man who don't even have a damn education. Put him in the blasted parliament and see how much better this place is going to be, because this would be a person who is not disconnected from the people on the ground. This is a person who would actually have some idea as to exactly what the average man on the ground really needs. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we
common
want.
sense, Anthony. Common sense. We are just not even practicing common sense. As you said, Guyana. I was in Guyana last month, and it was so embarrassing because an oil executive was in line in front of me, and guess what his comments were? Oh, I'm so happy to be outside of Trinidad. He was down there. I was so embarrassed because both of us were on the same flight. I said, "Are you down here?" He said, "Oh yes." The airport. They're upgrading the airport was of a better standard of the Trinidad airport, and they're just starting, and they said the same thing that you said. They don't want to make the same mistakes that Trinidad made. I came in several
because they know we have squandered every bit of resource that we have had as a nation, every boom that we have had, and had a major excess of funds within our treasury have been squandered and stolen. And to date, again, we come back to the damn media, you know, because their job, again, is to scrutinize what the hell it is the government is doing from what they are not doing, to dig and find out and give the people the truth, the actual information which is necessary for the people to make proper decisions. But again, nobody ain't doing that. But now they want to nail Mr. Alexander to the cross, and oh, he tinging with woman, and all kind of bacana they want to go on with.
Just 1 minute, just one minute. Let me just weigh in on this issue, because every time now, Janice, is a new thing that I am guilty of. What's real? Now apparently I am a big slut. To Trinidad and Tobago, I want to say this categorically. The slut in the party is Tony the Fool.
Hey, all you don't listen to this one. Oh God, nah, but it's a little bit of humor, yes. But at the end of the day, Trinidad and Tobago is a serious situation we're dealing with as a population, boy. And we cannot sit down and see Venezuela and the likes of Venezuela coming to our shores, and we as a people having to experience and live that life. I'm telling all you, we have an opportunity to bring change. Now, we are here for you as the people. You don't believe half of what we're saying? Come and be a part of the party. Come and see the policies. Come and have it be explained to you so you have clear understanding as to the steps that needs to be taken in the event you, the people, decide to put us in that parliament to work on your behalf. That is the bottom line to this whole exercise, Because again, Philip say it all the time, I myself would rather be on Maracas Bay, eating my little shark and bake, and sipping my Carib, and I cool, I good with that. I don't need to be arguing and going and try to convince people of something that's supposed to be common sense to begin with. But at the end of the day, I still have to look at my children and my children, and I can't go to my grave because I know I go roll in it, to know that I leave a country broken where I could have been an instrument of change, real change. And only don't take my word for it. I want you to hold my word accountable to hold me accountable to what I see. Me, Anthony the Fool.
PEP member Brendan Butt says, education should focus more on students being able to transfer their learning to various situations and not merely learning new concepts. If our education system does not facilitate this critical thinking approach, how then are we preparing our youth for a sustainable future?
Exactly. It's not addressing the uniqueness of every child. It's just this automated system, and it's basically do or die. I've been speaking, I have two mothers that are basically walking their children to get in preparation for this exam, the CEA, right? Yeah. And literally they're doing the work of the teachers. Literally they both go over the material because the material is not being covered in the class. Either the teacher's absent, they have something to attend, and so forth. So two mothers are serving basically as teachers for their children to go further. So if they were not that interested, what would be the future of those children?
Correct.
What would be the future of Lima's children?
Correct. Correct. And well, don't even talk about the whole school system, because for me,
Tony in South. We mash up education.
Yeah.
We deal with one issue.
Yeah.
We talk about how the Progressive Empowerment Party will undo and redo the failed education system that we have, that has some children benefiting from a prestige education and leaving 90% of them behind. We addressed it. We showed how every school could be a prestige school, how every child could have a prestige education, why we don't need the SEA. The following morning, we are on television with Hema Ramkisoon, Michelle Davis, and Felicia Holder. We're talking about a $5 billion a year budget spend that is failing. We put in the public space 7,000 people every year at the age of 16 come out of that system with nothing.
Yeah.
They can't even qualify for a baton work in amalgamated security. And instead of addressing that, you attack the party. You come at us with cheap political bullshit and not address the issues that the Progressive Empowerment Party that is put in the public space that you're supposed to be doing. What are we saying to ourselves this morning if we allow them to dictate the conversation and keep putting us at each other's throats? The Progressive Empowerment Party says to Trinidad and Tobago this morning, the change that we need, the change that we always knew we always needed, is going to come from the choices that we make, nothing else. The political choices especially.
Very true.
The education system, I mean, for example, you talk about $5 billion and an example just came to mind. Remember when we had the meeting in Point Fortin? The girls' bathroom didn't have a toilet seat.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And that stands out so predominant in me that, I mean, imagine if we're not wasting just 100 and something on a toilet seat. Where is this money going? Where are we spending this money? Why are we suffering our children? Why are we not investing in the future of the country? This is the future.
Yes.
We're talking about education and we're talking about masters, but we're failing them to even pass
That's right.
a medium level.
That's right. That's right.
And when you look at schools across the country, that bathroom situation is very, very...
It's a chronic situation going
I
on
went-
across the country.
Cipriani College had a campus in El Dorado, and I hated going in that bathroom because it's like a horror movie. You're walking in the bathroom, it's huge, yes, but you're walking in, lights flickering, you're going mirror crack, some of the bathroom doors locked. So see me peeping under each cubicle to make sure I'm alone in the bathroom before I go in there, because it's 6 in the evening, it's getting dark. I don't know if anybody else in the bathroom with me, and then I look like I could fight.
Yeah, you look like you
So-
got fight. Johnny!
Right? So it's a thing all over. My daughter's school, after September, when school opened there, after the earthquake, which I really don't understand. There was this major earthquake for Trinidad. You didn't send your engineers from Ministry of Works to look at all the schools. You expect principal to do that. How is a principal supposed to know, okay, this crack is minor, but this one is major? She wouldn't know. She doesn't have an engineering degree to know, well, okay, which one is more serious from which. So they had a right to send engineers to every single school. Even if you didn't have the amount of engineers from Ministry of Works, there's an engineering department in UE. Why couldn't they have said, listen, come and get your technical experience, pay them a little stipend or something, and go out and check all the schools? My daughter's school was closed for the whole of September. They went out to school in October. Parents had to be finding places to put their children now because you didn't have somebody to watch them during the day. So you put parents in extra expense. Some parents had to give up work. Some probably lost their job because of the amount of time they had to be taken with their children. It's a problem when you take your children to work with you. Right? And if you have more than one child, well, boy, I really don't know. You're in trouble. You have to be splitting them up by grandparents, disgrandparents, or whatever.
You remember the guy who went to work and his child fell over the wall, drowned in a drain in B-Town? I think it happened a couple of years ago, and they arrested and charged him for
But last
negligence or
year, the
something
guy
like that.
from TNTech, they suspended him because he brought his children to school. If he left them home unsupervised, he would have been on a murder charge or something, because the child could have gotten into all kind of trouble. So they're not leaving parents with any other alternative.
Exactly.
His 2 children, one was primary school and the other one was before pre. nursery fees are expensive.
Right.
Some preschools ridiculous with pricing as well. Some parents will feel comfortable with the ECC because of the program they're running. They do more play, learning by play, which I understand that's quite good because children really do learn by play.
Right.
But then you have the private preschools that teach children to write a name and add and all these other different things. They follow
Different
a
scripts
different
and all
curriculum.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So those children kind of at an advantage to the ECC.
Because of being exposed a little more,
Yeah,
you
and
see.
some primary schools telling you play and your child have to learn to add and write your name before you enter.
Janice, I want to ask you a question. As the PRO of the Progressive Empowerment Party, Satish is trying to say, I think more FM gets their internet from Green Dot or Flow. I have 2 phones with me. One is Digicel, one is B Mobile. And both, and the more FM feed, all are being interrupted. What could cause that? All. Last Monday's show, we had 7,000 views.
Yeah.
We can't get past 13 viewers. It's cycling, and this is the third, because I did 3, this is the third video that is being done right now. So we were on the More FM feed, I put up the Digicel feed, and now I'm on a B Mobile feed. And it was just 13 hours 6. And that could only be happening if something is jamming the signal.
Yeah.
Because that's
Well, they don't
because that's
want,
all 3.
they don't want.
But I'm asking a question. That's all 3 feeds.
But listen, if you have
All 3 feeds.
if you have political organizations
And they are on my they're on
bringing
my Facebook.
in companies such as Cambridge Analytica and all these other entities, brother, it is no conspiracy theory that you may be talking about right now, but it may just as well be fact.
This
Because
is the only radio station whose online feed is down. All the other radio stations are up. Something is jamming this broadcast. That is the truth. That is the reality.
Yeah.
And we've been able to prove it this morning because we have 3 different live videos.
Yeah.
And all of them suffered from the same problems. And I just want to put that in the public space. Because Trinidadians need to understand. You go on a media interview and the host is told in her earpiece how to jam them. Don't give them any credibility. Don't give them any opportunity to shine as a political alternative. Minimize them, marginalize them. How much people are in your meeting? How many members you have?
Yeah.
But I want to remind Trinidad and Tobago, with less than 10,000 members, the NAR annihilated the PNM in 1986. 33-3. It was supposed to be 34-2. If we had Count Manning seat again, Manning would have been history. Not even 10,000 members. The ONR had less, and the ONR came second in every seat in 1980. Congress of the People with less than 20,000 members got 150,000 votes in 2007. The UNC has never been able to cross 50,000 members. The PNM 100,000 members. The day I get my hands on that list and compare it to HDC housing allocation and URP and CPEP, you will see why they have 100,000 members. Membership is no reflection. Popularity is. And when you look at the numbers, when Fazir asked me how much members you have, I said, I can't tell you how many members you have, but I have 75,000 followers on social media who pay attention to what I say on a daily basis. And that is more than the PNM and the UNC combined. And I am guaranteeing Trinidad and Tobago, ignore him and her nonsense. Ignore the Media Association of Trinidad and Tobago singing for the supper, who quick to put out release here but never put out a release about Manning's scholarship fund, where 50 million Trinidad and Tobago dollars was stolen and given to journalists by the PNM. They are PNM journalists who have been given HDC construction contracts. These are journalists. CNC3 put out, the man called me and tell me, in the interest of fairness, Mr. Alexander, the International Women's Resource Network have put out a release against you. But he didn't tell me, in the interest of fairness, that the woman behind the International Women's Resource Network was an employee of CNC3.
Look
And that's fairness.
Look the bacchanal. Yeah.
He didn't tell me, in the interest of fairness, that the International Women's Resource Network had 300 members, 300 followers, not even that 6 members. He didn't tell me that it's not really an International Women's Resource Network, it's actually based in Arima. He didn't tell me none of that.
Well, no, he's not going to tell you.
Janice, he said it was in the interest of fairness.
Where the fairness on
The media in this country, and I tell the Media Association of Trinidad and Tobago this morning, you all are paid propaganda spewers. All they do is publish lies and fake news. This morning we know AV Oil have a new name. And AV Oil get a new contract with Heritage Petroleum. And you have finished investigating AV Oil and the 100 million yet? Where him are?
Citizens, wake up, wake up.
Fire is pepper. Trinidad, look bacchanal.
No, asking you a question, Tony. If that is not the media's job, how did we get to a place where the media's responsibility is to safeguard and protect the contract mafia puppets in government? How come not one media person is asking how one security company getting all the security contracts for all the public companies and we're not hearing about a request for proposal for tender? How come we're not having a media ask these questions? The reality of our situation is our country pretends to be a real country. When what you need is a government willing to challenge all of these paper tigers and fake institutions and expose them. And I say again to Trinidad and Tobago, hear me well, I will go on any show at any time with any host and talk anything they want to talk, because I could defend my position. I know the PNM membership better than most PNM members. I know it better than Dane Wilson, who was the youth officer when he was 33 and fired to put a youth officer, Fitzgerald Hines, who was 67 by the time.
Well, hear what they say.
He was the youth officer.
Once a man, twice a child, he probably was wearing pampers.
Anthony Defoe, I take umbrage on behalf of my good friend Fitzgerald Hines, who I know to be an upstanding character. Michelle Davis, all of this is unacceptable.
It is unacceptable, and South, especially South, has been affected by this Petrotrin closing. And I keep telling everyone that I meet, it was deliberate. And now it has come out that there are 50 companies want to look into buying Petrotrin. It was deliberate. It was deliberate to get rid of you. I now have my constituents in Point San Fernando all over suffering. They have no jobs. A man called me yesterday. He's 58. Where is he finding employment at this point?
Massa bull, massa cow. I bet you. Rowley tell me that, eh? Rowley tell me massa bull, massa cow. I don't know what Rowley was watching. but I want to say this. I am, I'm waiting to see these people. They're capable of this, They're capable of you finding out the company that was formerly AV Oil end up owning Petrotrin. What chance?
People, wake up, wake up, wake up. The facts are in front of us. The facts are there. The fact that this is in the media this morning, that, Petrotrin is now being sourced for someone to buy, that alone should wake up the citizens. Why are we playing blind and so loyal to parties that are not loyal to us? We are suffering for the basic necessities, this basic necessity of water. We can't get in South, we can't get in North.
No, you can get water in South. There's water coming out the ground by La Romaine. Down by Super Farm, just go with your bucket. It's up in the sky.
And you can go Mocha too. Their water's not from
imagine that.
How is that possible? Someone explain that to me.
Well, I was asking the same thing because I remember Wassa saying themselves that all water on the island is Wassa's.
Yeah.
So I want to know where Mocha and them fellas getting the water from, boy.
It's imported.
They have a pipeline running from Veni. You understand what I'm saying? There's a pipeline running from Veni like that, like the dragon deal that Raleigh wanted to you understand?
WASA put out a notification, Water Use Restrictions 2019 Dry Season. The Water and Sewage Authority advises customers and the general public Monday, the 28th of January 2019, until further notice, the use of hose pipes and any similar apparatus for the purpose of, among other things, watering private gardens and of washing private motor cars will be prohibited in accordance with the Water and Sewage Act, Chapter 5440, the laws of Trinidad and Tobago. Now watch yourself. The purpose of, among other things, watering private gardens. Mocha is not a private garden, but we'll stick a pin. Customers and the general public are further notified that under the Act, the authority has the responsibility for administering the supply of water and promoting the conservation and proper use of water resources. In particular, the Act provides for the following. Upon giving notice to the public, the authority may prohibit or restrict the use of its water supply supplied through a hose pipe or similar apparatus for the purpose of watering gardens or washing motor vehicles. This includes the use of sprinklers, pressure washers, as well as decorative fountains, waterfalls, and other outdoor artist features that utilize water. The Act places responsibility on the owner-occupier of any premises to maintain and keep any water fittings in good condition so that water supplied to these premises will not be wasted, misused, or unduly consumed or contaminated before use. Now, I want to say,
I want to cuss.
you can't cuss on the radio.
I know.
And you will get licks. So let us come back to this. That if this is if you're able to say these things with a straight face, 3 months ago, enough water fall on this country to nearly drown it. If you could say with a straight face that there is a water restriction policy in place now, when the water that was drowning the country, the flood just run out.
No, but before that, we live on an island, and it's like a dot surrounded by water. So what water problems we really supposed to have? That is just high level incompetence.
Going to some
We're going to
bills, pay
break,
some bills.
folks. We'll be back shortly.
Pressure.
Its owners and associates
We live on an island, we don't have water.
It's a madness.
Anybody want?
Yes.
More FM Limited does not endorse any of the
This is what, yeah, those are healthy for the day?
discriminatory segment as the proof that you have to
We have to take calls.
Sponsor now.
reserve your right
We don't have it again.
state
To have water in.
to this kind of misinformation, government, social media, and corruption. It is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must pause. It is not
No
our
water and some
intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe
Last hour, I
in
guess.
our constitutional right to free speech, to voice
I
our
wanna see
opinion,
that
and
line
our
things
duty
gonna
to the
work.
population and country to expose the truth. Or FM states no responsibility for the opinions of others.
This is Seymour Wade reporting live from Port Spain.
No, alright.
Mega Invasion. Playboy's brand new Mega Bonus Ball offers an additional prize for no extra cost. This is an unbeatable offer. You win $70 to watch with the Mega Ball. And now you also win $40 to one with the Mega Bonus Ball. That's a 1 in 2 chance to win a mega prize. Play your mark today and win more mega for your money. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Is that? Oh.
We brought you exclusive in 2019. We continue the joy, happiness, and fun. Euphoria, the very popular Europe's all-inclusive carnival fest. This year, we take you to the center of excellence. Center security, better facility, center entertainment, great atmosphere. On Sunday, 10
Yes, Kendall, I'll come back.
p.m. York Incorporated invites you to the #1 premium all-inclusive in the East with performances by Max and the All-Stars.
Okay, thanks. Truck on what's this Friday?
And the Circus War. Along with guest artists, Century Swans.
It's again, Brad, it's about this.
Yeah, why don't?
Who?
Farmer Nappy.
What is something? Let's see.
If you want me to go, that's alright. You see something
But what
The
did
way you do it, I mean, cook it the way you do.
Yeah.
Can be cooking there. If you want me to go, yeah.
so what's the problem patients have with this song?
Pages, they claim is that, oh, it's a song that is lift the woman's image, and all that kind of thing. Pleasure. And stuff.
Yeah, but that's not what he's singing about. He's singing that if she was a bad woman, he would have been gone a long time.
We all know that, but I don't know what. I think somebody who we upset in Barbados and who offended, same as him.
Yeah.
Same song. That is fine. He better go for
Don't forget we have roses for sale, guys.
yeah. I mean, barefoot. Barefoot on hot galvanized road.
I just think to call the Bosch agency for, but they'll never come.
Well, just go watch. You don't want to see when you hit the ground.
Are they? Philip Live, you have to talk to it on the mic or the phone?
No, it's on your phone.
Oh, okay. Hi, BJ. We're gonna. Somebody saying the video, the radio feed blocked. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so
In another week.
no.
Well, I mean,
They're saying for me to share. Oh, this is how small this pack is? This can share.
but yeah, I was busy last night. Johnny!
Don't take one. Tony.
Johnny! Johnny English!
Well, we on advertisement, so is that why? Look, they're saying all radio streams are blocked. Is it because we are advertisement or?
Oh no, the radio stream would be the actual stream itself. It's supposed to have the advertisement.
Look, they're saying the radio feed is not working.
Something I go on. Why?
104.7 FM Carnival Fever is blazing hot.
Yeah,
A lot of people saying the radio blocked.
gonna make an announcement of what we have happening, John.
Yeah, the internet radio.
Why?
And we are back.
Yes, we are back, Trinidad and Tobago. You have any announcements to make there, John?
Yes, we want to invite the business community to advertise on the show, which is growing into the #1 show in Trinidad and Tobago. Call 796-8172 and speak to Satish. That number again, 796-8172. Our rates are competitive. Don't miss out on this opportunity. We also would like to invite all our listeners to come down every Saturday to the meetings at our South office located at 137 Malahamre Road, St. Madeleine from 12 noon to 2 p.m. You can sign up for membership, offer your time as a volunteer, or decide that you want to be part of the change and offer yourself as a caretaker or shadow MP. Come and voice your concerns, talk solutions. Come and support the change for a better Trinidad and Tobago. We're looking forward to seeing you there. We're also holding meetings at our 19 Stanmore Avenue head office on Saturdays as well, from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Come on down and join a winning team. Now is the time to come on board. Job seekers, come to our offices and have your name entered into our database. We look forward to seeing you. And Tony,
Yes.
am I getting my rules?
You see the trouble you're trying to start here this morning. Janice, I am not taking no bus head for you, darling. Right?
All right, it's 7 minutes to 11. We're joined in studio by a caretaker from Diego Martin Northeast, Akil Camps. Good morning, Akil.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, PEP family.
Right. Time to get very, very serious about why we all in this studio this morning. Because we're going to use every material opportunity to demonstrate to Trinidad and Tobago the sheer size of the organization of the Progressive Empowerment Party. We launched 10 caretakers in a South Regional Headquarters on the 19th of January. On the 23rd of March, you're going to have a similar exercise as the caretakers for the North Region are launched. Getting ready right now and preparing for that. Akil, you are the acting interim chair of the North Hub, yes?
Correct is right.
You gotta come a little closer to the microphone and
Nice.
let them hear you. Right? So, one of your colleagues, Lima, in her capacity as a member of the North Hub, was talking about plans that you all have to raise awareness because we got a very nice turnout in South. So you know, you had to do better to win that. Eh? So tell me, what are the plans that you have between now, because you have a little complication because you're in the middle of all of this, people distracted by Carnival. So, but what plans do we have in the North Hub to ensure that people are aware that we open, give them the address, give them the date, give them the time, give them all that information?
Well, first of all, we have to get people to know about us, and in order to do that, I have devised a plan whereby we already have people scattered all around, and these people now have to inform their neighbors, friends, family around, because we do not get any media coverage as we would like to. Something I've been doing in mainly Diego Martin area, because that's where I live, is identifying issues, and through identifying issues, talking with people, I get to spread the word that there's a third party out here. There's a group of people that is growing, that is here to fix Trinidad and Tobago. I've been listening this morning and we're talking about water whole morning. I come here to talk about water again because water is a plague on the country right now, especially in the hills in Diego Martin. We have Ridge Plain, Covine, we have up by me in North Coast Road, certain parts of Bagatelle. Water is a serious issue. And some people choose to go about dealing with the water issue by burning tires, and then they will get some form of redress for a while, and then it comes again, and what they do, they will do that again. But then you have some people now who take the correct approach by writing the councillor, going to the MP, and following all the protocols as such. Some residents from Winnie Mohammed Road, I've been speaking with them a while now, and they have been going through this water issue since 2016. In fact, they said they have